What's going on, everybody? This is Jordan with Conquer Trading and Investing. We're getting ready here to look at the S&P 500, do our technical analysis, plan out what's ahead, and see what just happened. Now, this is going to be a short video today, but it's going to be an important one where we're going to review how to manage a trade, and more importantly, how to stay safe, and then look at what's going to be happening overnight. Tomorrow morning, we have non-farm payrolls, big event. If you're not able to join us tomorrow for the live stream at 9 o'clock in the morning, we're going to be able to figure out what the plan is going into the close on Friday. We will not be looking to take any positions by the time New York goes to lunch on a Friday, looking to hold over the weekend. Let's check out what's in front of us right now. Before we do that, I just want to talk about how to manage a trade. This is really important. It's you know what? A lot of traders focusing on getting in on entries. Entries, why are important, are not nearly as important as how to learn how to manage a trade. I'd gotten short here on the S&P 500. So that means I was selling, right? And I got short over here yesterday. Almost stopped out a little bit too precise on my stop loss. And then you could see by the time I was going to bed, this had broken down below the 28.58 support line. It crushed right through it and was very, very well into profit. I didn't move my stop loss to lock in profits. I moved my stop loss when I went to bed to break even. Now, I was targeting somewhere around the support at 28.09 or even below it. The neckline coming in overnight would have been around 27.90. 27.91. That was the area where I was looking to see how price reacted, to see what I wanted to do with my trade. Now, I was sleeping with the stop loss at break even. If I were up and managing this trade, I want you to look at what I would have done. Once price broke this important support level over here at 28.58, right? And then I saw price come up and then start making lower lows. To me, that's an indication that I would have moved my stop to lock in profits. I would have moved my stop to lock in profits because if we would have traded up from there, then probably we're coming in, taking a look at that support. And as you could see, we not only took a look at it, we broke above it. Or I would have had my stop loss just below, just above this support at 28.58. Either which way, if I was awake and managing the trade, this would have actually been a pretty nice trade, $30 or so, $25 on the S&P. Nevertheless, you got to sleep, right? But I want you to be aware of what it would look like managing a trade that bursted through a support level like that, and what you would do as you saw it then retrace up. And then after it started resuming down, making lows, that's when you come in now and you start locking in profit. All right, you always want to give the trade the opportunity to fall into as much profit as possible, right? It's cut your losers short and push your winners. Now, before we get into what is going on right now, and you can see that currently we are coming back up and testing the 28.89 level. It's proved to be an important area. What does this mean right now? I do want to just take note of everyone. Going into today's morning session, right? The bulls had control. They had retraced the move in a 24-hour period and were trading back up at the 28.89 resistance level. Bulls were in control. Those not looking to short right now either. I'm going to show you in just a moment where I am looking to short. First, I want you to look at what this looks like on the daily time frame. You can see that this was a really nice day. All in all, we're still trading up 1.5%. That's a nice day, right? Number two, come down with me. Let's just check out what happened now during New York. New York was not able to go ahead and take this resistance here at 28.89. You could see this false breakout over here so far. If this is closed now and it's closing below the resistance line, therefore it wasn't a break or considered a breakout of that resistance. I'm not looking to go ahead and sell it. Why? The bulls have momentum. There's no question the bulls have momentum. Let's look about where this would become interesting to get long here, to get short, and to see what happened over here, because we talked about this in yesterday's video. Now, Bulls have control as far as I'm concerned right now. If they're able to take this level overnight, am I going to take this trade before non-farm payrolls tomorrow? I don't know. That's something to think about, though. Tomorrow's non-farm payrolls, so I prefer getting into the market if this bull move continues over here sometime, during Asia, sometime during London. Maybe. I don't know. I will not attack the downside. I will not look to short until we lose the 28.58 support level. At that point, I will look to definitely be getting short. I think the Bears have regained the momentum, and there's a good chance that we'll actually come down, probably taking profits along this trend line into this support area and neckline. That would be a fantastic trade that I look forward to. Maybe that will key off after non-farm payrolls. Maybe the Bears are just going to gain some momentum right now, but this area between the resistance at 28.89 and 28.58 right now is no man's land. I'm not interested in taking a trade whatsoever. I know that on the calendar, I have non-farm payrolls in the morning, right? So I'm not sure whether or not if we go ahead and we start resuming up, if I want to get involved or not. I just don't know. I'm 50-50 on it. I'll have to see what's going on. There are other more exciting things going on right now in the markets, and it doesn't always have to be on one instrument, which is why it makes sense to be monitoring various instruments across the board. We'll get into more of that later. What I want to talk about right now is something really important that we spoke about in yesterday's session. I talked about there are certain times of day that you do not trade. I spoke about after New York goes to lunch, after the London close, until the earliest 2:30, right? The earliest 2:30. If not, you're looking at the last half hour, the last 40 minutes of the New York session. Definitely some good trading and opportunities over there. But during lunch, you stay out of the market, and that would have kept you out of this false breakout today. You had no chance to get into this trade because all of this, you're not supposed to be trading. You're on the sidelines, and you could see that kept you out. Some people might have chased this today. Oh, the 28.89 resistance is breaking. It's going to get away from you, because our plan this morning was if we got above there, not only got above it, but if then we flipped it into support, that broken resistance, absolutely. This looked like a beautiful day. Bulls had gained control. If they take out the 28.89 level, definitely interested in playing that to the long side, and there's a lot of opportunity up there. That's why I'm undecided whether or not overnight I'm interested in that before the non-farm payrolls tomorrow, because the Bulls are in control right now. The Bulls took back control overnight last night. They weren't able to make a move during New York today, but they definitely have control. So that leaves me not looking to play a rejection here of this resistance at all. Also notice right over here, follow my mouse, you can see the crosshairs. This was going in the beginning of New York. This was the near-term support. Follow that over. You could see, again, that was resistance, resistance, and resistance. That over here, staying above there, as we are right now, still maintains the bullish bias. Okay? Get below here, you kind of lose that bullish bias. Maybe we'll come down and test the support over at 28.58. Either which way, you could see clearly you were kept out of the market today. Oh, and the markets were beautiful today, weren't they? You were kept out of the market today during the New York session, rightfully so. You have to observe and say that the Bears have taken back the control after retracing that move 100%, although they were not able to build off that momentum yet during New York. Markets forward-looking. Traders know that we have non-farm payrolls tomorrow. However, the market has not really been keying off of data so much. So I'm not really concerned about that. The market's got bigger things to worry about. It's not really focused on unemployment claims today, non-farm payrolls. So if I see a nice break here, and then a nice retest and it holds, I'm highly open to it. I'm just undecided at this moment. So again, the purpose of this time together, well, first of all, the purpose is not for me to tell you when to buy, sell, or anything like that. I'm doing my analysis here. I'm getting my game plan ready. I'm sharing with you what I'm looking at my analysis I'm giving you as today. Yesterday we talked about times that you should avoid. Today we saw it in action. Today we got to talk about, yesterday morning we got to talk about what an entry looks like. Then today we get to talk about reviewing how to manage a trade. Very important stuff, little by little, just little nuggets shared all the time. It adds up. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Hope you all have a great, wonderful weekend. Those that are able to join us tomorrow morning, we go live at 9 o'clock a.m. Join the Telegram group. Be alerted when we go live. We're going to live. The first thing we're going to do is look at the S&P. We're going to nail down our game plan going into New York session. Maybe there's something opportunity. Maybe there's not. We're going to discern. All right, everyone. By the way, the second thing we look at after S&P 500 in the morning is always Bitcoin. If you're wondering what's going on with Bitcoin right now, go to the last published video on the channel on the morning live stream and go ahead and look at, again, at the beginning of the video, the second thing we look at is Bitcoin right after the S&P, and it'll give you a very clear game plan and overview of what's going on. If you ever are interested, always S&P is first, followed by Bitcoin, and then gold. All right, everyone, have a beautiful day, and I'll see you tomorrow.